Welcome back everyone. Today we're visiting the Royal Botanical Gardens at Kew, home to the largest botanical collection in the world. They've got information on the renovation they're doing here, so a lot of the greenhouses here are grade 1 or grade 2 listed. The Temperate House was just finished and is open again, but the Palm House and Water Lily House will be done soon. But they have a photo of the Palm House when it was being built. The Madagascar periwinkle is rare in Madagascar, but is common in cultivation. In the 1960s, only 20% of childhood leukemia victims survived. Now 95 have a chance of remission due to the drugs developed from this plant. This is the oldest pot plant in the world and has been here through Kew's entire history, leaving South Africa in 1773, arriving here in 1775, meaning it survived the French Revolution and was here when the steam locomotive was invented. One thing I love about the glass houses here is you can walk around the top of the Palm House, and I think it's temperate as well. So access the tree canopy. So when I was a kid, you used to be able to go down these stairs here to a small aquarium below the Palm House. You can still see the coral pits on the wall. That closed years ago and you can't go down there anymore. If anyone knows why it closed, let me know, because I have no idea. Cycads, which is what this is, can live for 2,500 years, but all are incredibly rare now and protected by law. This behind me shows how much giant bamboo grows in just 16 days. This is the bottle palm, and it's found in Mauritius, Round Island. It had reduced to 7 or 8 plants alive in the entire world. Due to work here at Kew, there are now 250 alive today, and it's being reintroduced into Mauritius Islands. The micropropagation techniques developed here at Kew for this plant are now being used to help a closely related sister plant of this species, which has been reduced to a single individual in Mauritius. So hopefully we can save that species too. With assistance from Gardens in Bolivia, they were able to research the water lilies housed here and discovered it isn't 2 species but 3. So in 2022, a new species of water lily was named here at Kew. This chestnut-leaved oak was planted in 1846 and is the largest tree of its kind in Great Britain and Ireland. It is 38 metres high. I am shocked and disheartened that they needed a sign telling you that plant removal is theft, and people are actually stealing from botanical gardens. That's terrible. This is a photo of the pygmy Rwandan water lily. It is now extinct in the wild. A specimen was stolen from Kew in 2014, just a few years after it had been saved from extinction. Not only is it bad still in general, it is actually damaging nature. So in the palm house, I raised the question of why the aquarium shut down. There is a small aquarium and nature collection in the Princess of Wales Conservatory. These tanks, when I was last here, contained animals like frogs, but they're now it's terrarium, so this is a mini orchid terrarium. We have something slightly carnivorous here in the UK. Research from Kew and the Natural History Museum have shown that potatoes, petunias and tomatoes have sticky hairs on their leaves that trap and cook insects. Although they don't directly digest them, it's suggested that they may absorb nutrients from the corpse when it falls to the ground and decomposes into the soil. These are flowers that are mimicking a mushroom. What happens is flies enter, thinking they can lay their eggs there. Instead they're captured, they're not eaten, then sprayed with pollen and released several days later to go fertilise the plants. All of the plants here are from Madagascar, and Kew is taking part in a project to protect these species. This is the Madagascar periwinkle again, this time in the arid house, showing it can survive in tropical and arid environments. A very hardy plant indeed. This fluffy bit isn't actually the cactus. It's an air plant which relies on fog, and it just gets moisture out of the fog when it rolls in. It lives on the cactus. Not a parasite, doesn't actually affect the cactus at all. The temperate glasshouse is the largest surviving Victorian glasshouse in the world. This might be the last photo of the St Helena olive tree before it went extinct in 2003. Kew did attempt to save it, but unfortunately failed. Some of its DNA is stored here, but technology does not yet exist to bring it back from extinction. You can normally walk around the top of the temperate greenhouse as well, but the staircase is closed today for some reason. This is tree daisy, and it's by one of the most extreme accounts of surviving extinction. So it didn't survive from a single individual or even a single seed, but from the last living cells that were found on Earth. We used to propagate an entirely new population of them and save them from extinction. This is the St Helena redwood. It was extinct in the wild. All surviving trees are from a single individual found in St Helena in the 1950s. They went extinct because the East India Company used it for building construction. That means all of the strong ones were taken and the weak ones survived. So that surviving individual means that everything that's grown from it rarely goes beyond 3 meters and will have curved limbs, which are terrible for construction because the good construction ones were used and killed. Well, that brings us to the end of our day out at Kew. Probably one of my favourite botanical gardens. One thing I will say though is they really hype up the amount of work they're doing in conservation. I think something that goes a little bit unheard of to the public. Everyone thinks of endangered animals and conservation work to save rhinos and elephants, but not plants. Whereas here not just talks about it, does it, loads around the world. Fantastic work saving endangered plant species. And as we saw, some that were extinct they managed to bring back. But yeah, thanks for joining me today guys. Hope to see you next time. Bye.